I know our relationship isn't perfect, but I do feel like what we got going on is pretty awesome.
Here we go.
Here we go. I think that if our husbands weren't brothers, I would still choose you as a best friend.
I know you so well. Sometimes I think I know you more than you know yourself.
Probably. I'm sometimes in awe with how interesting our life is. I'm Alex.
I'm Lexi.
And this is Accidentally on Purpose.
Woohoo!
Yeah. We're going to cut that out. Okay. I'm going to take my socks off. Because who in their right mind wears socks? I did. I did want that recorded. Because that's funny.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
It's our second guest. I was going to say first, but it's our second. It's our second guest. Woohoo!
Kennedy.
Kennedy is our new assistant. She's not so new anymore, but
No.
she definitely won't be new by the time this releases. But
It's like you feel new, but you don't.
Yeah,
It's weird.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's been 2 months.
Holy
Really?
crap.
Wait.
no.
No.
October
A month and a half.
19th. A month and a half. Yeah. So yeah, you graduated and then started working like 2 days later.
Yep.
You're like, I want to have a day where I could just revel in the
Yeah.
fact that
Just
I'm
one
graduated.
day.
Yeah.
Let me say, though, you're so great. I just love you.
You're so great.
Thank
okay,
you.
but also, if you listen, you know that we have talked about her before, and you know that we have talked about how she had an extension install and how she had. Anyway, she crushed it. Straight up,
Literally
crushed
crushed it.
Yeah, it looked
Thank you.
so good. And honestly, like, I thought I was gonna have to like. Actually, I didn't think this, but I was prepared to have to do it. I didn't think I was gonna have to.
Yeah.
But I was prepared.
Well, we don't know. We haven't honestly really, like, because Kylie, we kind of really took a day to, like, hands-on teach her.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we didn't with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you did so good.
Thank you.
Like, well, obviously, like, it kind of just snuck up on us, but you were just like, let's do it.
Yeah.
And it was the Monday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So we have to tell the story
I knew she was gonna bring this.
Wait.
It's fine. It's
the
fine.
story of what happened with
All
the
her
extended stuff.
My
yeah.
mom's gonna watch this and be like,
Yeah.
I witnessed it.
We
Yeah,
have
I
to tell
witnessed
everybody this story.
I want to like go get traffic cam footage.
I was hoping, like, I was like, if anybody I work with is driving right now, like, I'm done. Like, if they see me, no.
I
I'm
hate
done.
that you ran into traffic for us.
Literally
or
definition
for
of playing in traffic.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
This is probably what she wanted to do in that moment.
Yeah.
No.
It
Yeah.
was.
Okay, so backstory, Kennedy had to go home and practice with the extensions. Really, honestly, she could have done it with her eyes closed and she could have been
Definitely.
fine. But
She was, no, mind you, hold on. I walked into the break room and this girl was practicing like day 3 of working.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
"Bruh."
Only a part of it, though. And yeah.
But it was awesome. You were just like, I'm watching what you're doing and I'm just going to go practice it because like you are that invested in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you took home our extension kit.
Yes. Alex's.
Yeah.
And
I left it on top of my car, and then I pulled out onto, like, I mean, that's a pretty big highway, is
yeah,
it not?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Am I
it's,
right?
it's like it's the busiest street in Bentonville.
Okay, I haven't spent much time in Bentonville, so I
If
don't
you
know.
live in Bentonville, Walton is the main. It's literally named after who founded. I mean, they didn't found the town, but like basically
Basically.
Walmart.
Yeah.
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 So,
Anyways, I pulled out onto the road, and then I realized I heard a dut, and I was just like, oh my god. And I immediately knew it had fallen off. Everything was in the street. And so I had to, like, turn around, and I pulled into a parking lot, and there was traffic. It was like 6:30.
and dark.
Yeah, it was getting dark. I was on FaceTime this whole
It was dark.
time.
Yes,
was-
we left and it was dark.
And
Basically.
I
it
feel
was
so
getting,
bad.
it wasn't like, I could see. And anyways, I had taken my own hair that we had cut out, you know?
Mhm.
That's what I had put it in there too. So it had like, it was like, I could
Somebody's
see it
weed.
fly.
Somebody's driving and they're like, there goes somebody's weed.
And it had grass all in it. But, yeah, I had to
We
wait
got
for
cows. What's
the-
that from? We got
It's a cow
cows.
farm.
No. Twister.
I should know that any movie that you quote is probably going to be Twister because that's like the one that you quote all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go
Anyway.
on, sorry.
anyways, the traffic would go by and I would have to wait. And then I would get a gap and I would run out there and I would pick it up And oh my gosh, I had
Mind
to do
you,
that
there's
probably,
like little clips in all of that stuff.
and some I could hear them getting smashed.
Oh
like
my
a car would go by,
God.
and I would hear ding, ding, and goes.
You know what? I think about we left at the same time, and if I would have went that way, I didn't. But if I would have went that way, I would have
would've
seen
seen
you,
it.
and I
I
would have been
know.
able to help you.
I thought the same thing. I was like, oh,
Man. Well,
Yeah.
okay, so I was cooking dinner, and I was already at home at this point, but I was cooking dinner, and I looked at my phone, and your phone only shows like a preview of the text message, and it said, and it was just from Kennedy. It wasn't like in
The
our group message,
yeah.
and
which is rare.
right,
Very rare.
right. Like we're not technically like there's not conversation like that outside of the thing unless it's personal.
Yeah.
And so there's like a preview to a message, and it's like, oh my God, Alex, I'm so sorry. Like my best attribute is being honest. And if I have to be honest right now, I can't stop crying. I was in full prep mode for her telling me that she was quitting.
But then
Like,
also, why would she just?
why
text
would
you?
she do that? Why wouldn't she just text in the group message if she was quitting? And I was like, I opened, like that's like in the 2.5 seconds that it took
You're like
me to open my
numb.
phone.
Opening it, like
Yeah.
what is going
I
on?
see the rest of it, and I just like skim to the bottom, and it's like I've already bought everything, and then I read the whole message, and it's basically like I suck at life apparently, and
Pretty much. I'm stupid. I'm done.
I'm
Oh.
literally the stupidest person. You said that. You're like, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I'm the stupidest person on earth,
Yeah.
and you were like, I've already bought everything to replace it. I've already bought the little things, and I was like, literally, I think my response was like, oh my gosh, you are so totally
Yeah,
fine.
all caps, Kennedy. Like it's fine.
Yeah, you're totally fine. And then she like literally went and bought every single thing in there, and she came with the solution to the problem before she even told us the
Yeah,
problem,
yeah.
which I love.
Yeah.
But she also like there was a lot of things in there, like she bought another beater, which I was like, girl, we have like 52 of those at the salon because they
I
break
didn't
all the
care.
time. And we had just bought a new spool of thread, black thread, and she like went and bought more of that. I was like, wow.
I needed everything to look exactly how it looked
It
before it fell off. the
Literally,
Literally
had
did.
you not told me that,
I know.
had you not
And
told me
see,
that,
I
I would not have known
contemplated-
anything.
Yeah.
I contemplated, don't get me wrong. I was like, should I even text her? Like, I think I could get it looking like exactly the way, but then
Hey,
like,
but
that-
honesty, you are
I mean-
an honest woman.
It's your
Yeah.
best attribute.
I had to because I sent my message. I was like, I'm not gonna stop thinking about it. So then
Yeah.
I wouldn't have.
And then like you were like, all the times that you've told me that you cry like on your way home, I'm like, I don't doubt that now. Like
Yeah.
anytime that you're like, I cried on my way home, I'm like, yeah, she probably did. Like
Yeah.
she's
And this
not
time, she
exaggerating.
probably hyperventilated.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I was too. I was on FaceTime with Will, and he was like, Kennedy, like it's gonna be fine, and I was like, no, no. Like,
Well, it also like I think back to when you were like after the consultation, you were like, I definitely cried on the way home, and I was like, yep. And then you're like, I definitely think that they want to fire me, and I definitely think this. I'm like, girl, like. What did we say that one day? We were like, okay, look, we will tell you that you are the best at your job, and we don't want to fire you if you tell us that you're happy and then you don't want to leave.
Right, yeah.
So as long as it goes both ways, we're okay.
Yeah.
We're okay.
Okay.
So
Back on
Kennedy,
track.
like we said, she just graduated cosmetology school, but it's funny. Lexi told me that after and it wasn't even in a negative way. It just always works out that I know somebody, and
Yeah.
she was like, we are hiring somebody that we don't know. Like, I just want to be able to do that. Like, hire somebody that we don't know
Oh, for the
for the assistant.
yeah.
And like, it's
What?
like I knew Kylie before because of her mom being my client, but like, it wasn't like even out of anything negative. It was just like she's like, Alex knows everybody. Like, can we just go into this blind? Like, let's just
Nope.
go into this blind.
Nope.
So anyway, Kennedy's mom was actually my English teacher. Can't think of which year it was. I think it was 7th because Chance and I were not dating
I
yet.
think it was 7th too.
Didn't you
Yeah.
guys move after that or something?
We moved in 2012.
In
So-
2012, I was finishing up my 8th grade year.
Okay.
So if you did your first year at another school in 2012, then that would be going into my freshman year.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Chance and I
7th or
started
8th?
dating in 2012.
Definitely 6th, 7th, or 8th.
I don't know who I had for 5th grade, but I think Miss Austin was 6th. I think your mom was 7th, and then Miss Jones forever will be Miss Jones. I'm sorry.
Miss Jones.
I'm sorry. She'll forever be Miss Jones.
Lily. That's what
Um,
I know. Like
That's so crazy.
I
to me,
call her
too.
Lily because
I'm gonna be like an elderly woman calling her Miss Jones. She's been Miss
No,
Digger for the longest time.
Literally, I do 2 of my like teachers/coaches hair, and they are
their name,
their last names.
Yeah.
I can't call them by their first
Yeah.
names. It's weird.
That would
Yeah.
be weird.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm an adult. Like, I should call you by your name.
You call them by their
I
last
call
names too, because
her.
I
I call her Miss Jones, but I call Kevin Kevin. You know what I'm saying?
Who's
Yeah.
Kevin?
Kevin's
Her
her husband.
husband.
Because Kevin was Kevin. He was not Mr. Dickard to me.
We love Kevin.
We love Kevin. Kevin is 10 out of 10. But like,
I guess I don't know Kevin. I'm sorry.
Kevin was Kevin to me before he could have been Mr. Dickard, because I dated his son before Chance. So, you know.
Greenland is the smallest place on the
But
earth,
at the same time, I
but
still
yet
know everyone.
The biggest place, like they're everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, how?
Yeah, because we all try to get out. So then there's just like little people of us are
Like,
all
oh,
around.
they're from Greenland. They're from Greenland.
I graduated with 72 people.
I went to Mojitos the other day, and the last like 3 times I've been to Mojitos, I have seen you being one of them. Somebody that I know.
What?
Yeah. I see someone I know every time I go to freaking Mojitos.
That's why I
But
hate going
anyways,
anywhere in Fayetteville.
I saw somebody from Greenland, couldn't tell you her name. I just remember her from my childhood, and I saw her, and I was like, I remember her.
Yeah.
And Will was like, you think you know everybody? And I was like, no, like,
You think?
I do.
Who does that sound like? Me.
Okay,
Yeah.
victories.
Yeah. Victories. So
Victories.
let's start with special guest, Miss Girl.
Come on, come on.
My extension and
Yes.
Oh yeah,
obviously,
absolutely. Gotta love it.
Yeah, my
We're gonna
extension
have
and
to pop that on the screen. Her before and after extension.
Yeah. Literally. It's gonna look good.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Or it does look good, but it's gonna look good on the screen.
already looks
Oh
good.
yeah.
It already looks good.
I've been showing, like, I'll tell all my clients about it, and then I'm like, show them,
Yeah,
show
she's
them.
like, pull up the photo, and I'm like, okay.
And then, so, like, she's like, here's the before, and they're like, okay. And then she's like, here's the after, and they're like, oh my God.
No, even
That's
Andrea was
amazing.
like, oh my gosh, it's like a
Yeah.
whole new person.
Yeah.
And the client was like, it looks so good I could cry. I'm like, hopefully that's in a good way, because it literally did look so good.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it's like you got some good content out of that. You feel a little bit more comfortable. But when I
Yeah,
tell
for
you
sure.
that this girl's stitching is immaculate, like I would expect her work out of me on a best day.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Like, that's what her, like how good her stitching looks. Like immaculate. Anyway,
So
enough
good.
about that. Lexi, what's your victory?
Do you know yours?
Yeah, I guess. It's
Okay.
literally been about this every single time. But I
What?
think because this is like truly, like we talked about hobbies
Your
last time.
voice lessons?
Yes, I literally every single time, but that's literally everything that I do outside of work is be a mom and then church and then voice lessons. So the voice lessons and church kind of like coincide, but not necessarily just voice lessons, but I did ask for the audition material for the worship team. So yay, that's cool. But I like went into my voice lessons on Tuesday like expecting her to be like, okay, yeah, like don't tell them that you're ready until like, you know, I give you the go ahead. But like at the end of the thing, she was like, girl, like what are you even concerned about? Like you could literally go do it tomorrow. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm so proud of myself. But yeah. Also, update on the Vivance. Hated it.
Oh God.
Hated it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was a little dramatic sassy who
Oh, yeah,
was
yesterday.
just like,
Whew.
it didn't do enough.
We should have videoed her.
I was being a drama queen.
A little
okay?
bit.
Yes. A lot of it.
A lot of it. But it just like makes me feel not good. And not that it was like bad. I just didn't feel like it worked for me
I really
as well as
just
Adderall.
feel like, well, I don't know.
So he knocked me back down to 10. I was on 20 and now I'm back down to 10, which I feel like actually I don't feel juiced, but I feel focused. So that's like probably pretty good. If I had a Celsius paired with that, I've only had 1 6-ounce cup of coffee this morning.
That's a sin.
I know.
No, me too, though.
Yeah, I mean, I thought you were getting coffee, but
had no
we are
coffee.
going to Heroes, so
true. We're going to
I
have like,
forgot
a
about
lot of
that.
coffee. We have some interviews today. That's exciting. That's a victory.
Oh, I forgot that's what you were doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited.
That is exciting.
I'm really excited, partly because I'm tired of having the weight on my shoulders of what Maria used to do.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
She was so good.
Anyway,
Crap. I really don't know.
I know that last week we had to kind of do them for each other, so it'd help if I.
Do you have one?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna say this podcast. You have freaking killed it at editing. And
You
like
think?
you've had the
Ooh.
best ideas. You've had like I gave her some like responsibility to learn how to use Premiere Pro and like edit the videos and all of that stuff. And then she had the idea of like our end screen on here and like just like it like warms my heart to like know that like you and I are literally on the same page now. Like
Oh,
obviously like you
yay.
becoming like more acquainted with it and stuff.
Yeah.
But like
Well, I've been really insecure about that. Like, I feel like I haven't been pulling my weight on it. but you just do it so fast, and then like you just kind of knock it out, and then I'm
Hey,
like,
but-
oh, okay.
You like told me the other night, you were like, yeah, I'm done. And I
Yeah.
was like, okay, cool. And like you were like, I want you to show me how to do this, I want you to show me how to do that. And like obviously that fills my like I need to be needed cup. So
It's another reason our relationship works.
yeah.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I mean, call that your victory too,
Okay.
because like
I'll accept it.
technology is hard. And
Oh,
if
It is.
if
I
you
hate
don't
it.
like me, I'm like, it's in my blood. Like technology just runs through my veins.
You're a robot?
Yeah, no, my Mimi literally built her own computer when she was like 55.
Oh my
Oh
god.
wow, Will built his own.
Yeah, she was a nerd. So like it just runs in my blood. Well, we had a dog join us.
Yeah.
You can see him at the bottom of the screen. Okay. As long as he doesn't bark, we're okay.
Because he's with us.
Come on up. Get up here.
Jeez.
What did you want in here for?
Lucas.
There you go.
Wow.
Okay. I get the cuddles. So we can just finish up what we were saying there. But those were our victories. And then, so today we didn't have anything specific with Kennedy that we wanted to talk about. We were talking about like, hey, what do you want to talk about? And she was like, oh, you should do like 2 hot takes, you know, like how they like read the Reddit stories or whatever. And then, you know, their opinions. I was like, oh, that's so fun. But I ain't going to go looking for them because I ain't got time for that shit. So yeah. So Kennedy, you want
Did you
to
find any?
share with the class?
I mean, I have a couple, but we may just have to.
also,
kinda go
we're
on
not
the
trying to
fly.
be like them. It's
Yeah.
just an interesting concept because Reddit is a, whew.
It's like, I don't know.
I
It's
saw
just
this.
got everything.
I saw this thing that was like, if your man's got Reddit on his phone, like that's a concern or whatever. I was like, I'm sorry. I think that's Twitter. I think Twitter is that, but
I've never had Twitter.
I
Look
think
at all his little hairballs that are coming
Oh,
out of
gosh.
his.
I think that
Oh my god.
I think Reddit is a beautiful place when used appropriately. Because,
Yeah.
you know, you can't find
'Cause
stuff
there's-
on Google.
There's
that
a
you can
lot of
find.
snark pages that are very mean, like, and I mean, I will look them up for like TikTokers to like see, and I'm like, these people really have no life,
Yeah.
and they're just on there like tearing like normal people apart.
Ooh.
Like that's so rude.
Okay. So Kennedy's gonna read one. I think you said that these are about hair, right?
I have one. Let me see where it starts. But it's like so long.
It's okay.
And it's not like. Hang on. Okay, we'll go for it.
Lucas is ready to listen.
So basically, these are like, am I the asshole?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, am I the asshole for doing this? Okay.
So is a client or a hairstylist talking?
This is just. This is a bride.
Ooh, okay, okay.
Okay.
Okay. But it's not when you do that. Okay. I'm mid-20s female. I'm getting married. My fiance, late 20s male, and I are paying for everything but our bridal party as we... Whoa. Restarting. We're restarting. I, mid-20s female, am getting married. My fiance, late 20s male, and I are paying for everything for our bridal party as we want their support without anyone getting in debt to us, as we know not all of our friends are in as good a financial position as we are. However, I'm having a problem with how much it's going to cost to do the hair of one of my bridesmaids. The bridesmaid's early 20s female has extremely long, thick hair past her knees.
What?
Yeah. I don't think she's ever cut her hair. She's the best man. She's the best man's wife. Who,
Oh, okay.
She's the best.
sorry. There's like a couple words that I'm like choosing not to read, so.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. She's the best man's wife, who also has extremely long hair. Due to the length of her hair, the hairdresser that I'm using has advised me that to do Addie's hair, it's going to cost... Oh, I was trying not to say the person's name, because I thought it was kind of weird that it was in there, but whatever.
It's okay. We don't know.
Literally,
Yeah, we don't know this girl.
We don't know these people.
Well, I don't know Addie.
I don't know. Well, you know it. Yeah.
Okay, so Addie has really long hair. So,
You lost your spot?
yeah. Oh, it's going to cost double due to the current length, as they will need to dedicate just one person to do Addie's hair, as it will take much longer. Another stylist will be able to do the hair of 3 other bridesmaids in the same amount of time. We had a trial, and it took 50 minutes to do Addie's hair compared to the 20 minutes each for the others. It didn't look as nice as the others due to how much hair was braided up, and I don't want to have to pay for an additional person because Addie's hair is ridiculously long. Addie and her husband already said he... Oh, no. I shouldn't be the one reading this. Addie's husband said, like, he agreed that he would cut his hair to his waist.
Wait, they both?
They both have really long hair.
The husband and
Like,
the...
really long for a dude, I would say, is collarbone, but his is, like, past his ass.
I think so, unless I can't read. Hang on.
I mean, okay, we can pause and kind of.
Oh, no.
What?
I just can't read.
Louise.
Are they offering to pay for what her hair was done? Is that essentially
Yeah, the bride is paying for everything, including
Right,
hair and
so-
makeup.
But I'm saying,
Let's do a quick recap.
okay,
Quick recap.
There's a wedding.
there's a wedding.
Yeah.
The bride.
Wow,
There's a wedding.
The bride is paying for all of her bridesmaids' hair to be done.
That's very sweet of her.
yeah.
And Addie, I don't know if she's the... What's that called?
I think Addie is the girl that has the long hair.
Yes.
She's got
but
the long
I don't know if
to her
she's
knees.
the maid of honor, but
Okay.
her husband is the best
The best man.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
But
Addie-
he has hairs past his ass. Like
Does
down
he?
to his knees.
Or no?
No, I don't think so.
I think
Well,
read
he
it
said,
wrong.
she
She
said that he
does.
was agreeing to put it above his waist.
I skipped like two...
Louise.
I skipped like two whole sentences. Yeah. This weather's got me like... It was all... I'm drainy. It's gross.
Do you want me to look at it?
No, I've totally got
You
it
got
now.
it? You got it. Okay.
I
yeah.
totally got the whole thing.
Totally
memorized.
got
So
it.
basically, she's paying for everybody's hair, but Addie's is really long.
Okay.
And it takes 50 minutes and one person to do her hair versus one person to do 3 people, because she can do 3 people 20 minutes each.
That makes sense. Like that when people have that long hair and
Yeah.
does she want an updo?
And
Did
she said it didn't look as
she
good.
said it didn't look as good because there's so much of it that in the braid it...
Well, you can only do so much.
Okay, so here we go. Addie's husband already said he will cut his hair so that it looked neat, but won't say when it's getting cut. I asked Addie to also cut her hair, at least to her waist, so that it's of similar length to my other bridesmaids.
At least her waist. Like, what is it to her feet?
Probably needs to be cut.
Jeez. Probably.
Addie was upset when I asked her to cut her hair, as she got upset. Wait. Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. Hey, is it a scroll?
No, I screenshot it and
Okay.
it's messed me up.
Okay.
Okay. Addie was upset when I asked her to cut her hair, as she told me that I was being insensitive asking her to cut her hair. This girl just can't type, okay?
Probably.
It makes
yeah.
you feel like you're crazy.
Yes, I'm like, what are these words?
She's probably like, am I the asshole?
I'm so mad. I'm so dramatic.
freaking Addie. Okay.
He has your sock.
Oh,
Lucas.
he's just laying with it,
Yeah.
though.
Okay.
He's being sweet.
Oh, he misses Mila, probably.
Probably.
Oh, are they friends?
That's
yeah,
friends.
they're best buds. Okay.
Okay.
Right now, she does kind of seem like the asshole.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
keep
she's
going.
being insensitive, asking her to cut her hair. As the girl's supposed to know that Addie doesn't cut her hair for cultural reasons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I honestly thought this was a reasonable request, as it's my wedding. Surely she wants to make me happy. Obviously. I honestly thought this was a reasonable request. Addie said it was one step too far for her, as I had already asked her to not use her rose. This part's funny to me. So
You're leaving us.
Let me see. I need to see this.
it's close to the bottom. About the oil. I'm gonna start crying. She's gonna read it and it's totally not gonna be funny.
Okay. Addie said it was one step too far for her, as I had already asked her to not use her rosemary hair oil, as I didn't want her to smell like a woody scented hippie at the wedding.
Oh my god.
Rosemary oil doesn't make you smell like
The
that.
stuff stinks, but she swears by it for her hair. I mean, Addie's right. Addie suggested that she did her own hair, but I said no, as I want. I don't know. I don't know where the next page is. As I want. She wants something.
God. This is not going well, guys.
No, it's great. I think it's
I should
funny.
have prepared better.
Okay, so let's just like
Recap
recap
again.
a little.
Yeah.
Okay, so that very nice of her to offer to pay for everybody's hair, but she does have to realize that everybody doesn't have the same hair, and if you're going to do that, you have to take on, some might have thicker hair, some might have thinner hair, and I know that some stylists, like even not even just like for bridal updos or anything like that, some will charge more if you have a crap ton of hair.
I think
just
that
like,
stylist isn't 100% entitled to that.
yes,
It's
absolutely.
the time and money for it and effort. Also, I was thinking about this. Like, a wedding is a celebration of people's love, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean,
Usually.
this might be a unpopular opinion, but I do feel like, you know, the people who are standing next to you in a wedding are like, they're like the people who are there for you, and they're the people who are like help celebrating publicly that if this is a cultural thing, like if it's a cultural thing that the husband is the best man.
Yeah.
Right. So there's gonna be plenty of pictures with this husband, and it's a cultural thing for them not to cut their hair. Why wouldn't you want to like also further celebrate that?
Yeah.
Right. And like I
the
think
people
that
who are
is
there
too
for
far.
you, the people that are there for you are of a different culture. Like celebrate that you guys are different. Like and like if her hair's that long, like just put it in a long braid. Braid the
You figure out what you need to do, but like I think cutting it, if she doesn't want to because of that and it's really messing her up that you asked her, it's not that big of a deal, because being a hairstylist, we know that hair, like to most women, that's their comfort,
Femininity.
that's their confidence, that's everything. And like cutting is a permanent thing. I mean, it grows back, but it's more permanent than
especially if
color.
it's your culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so since you and I both have been through weddings now, to me, like this just seems so like you go through the act of having the wedding, right? And like you get through on the other side and you're like, what was I tripping for?
Right.
Like what was I even tripping for? Because I guarantee you that bride ain't gonna be looking at that girl's hair when she's walking down the aisle.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter if the bride is what matters, but the bride needs to realize, like, she's gonna be happy. She's not gonna look over and be like, oh my god, her hair looks like shit.
I literally was not even paying attention to anything else except for locking eyes with Chance when I was walking down the aisle. I was not paying attention to anything else.
Because you're getting married to your fiance, not that girl.
Right,
And
but it's not
like,
even about her, like,
why
at
risk
the wedding.
friendship?
Right, yeah.
Why risk it?
Yeah, because, like, literally, like, at the end of the day, it's just a wedding. And I know that it's just a wedding seems so loaded because you want the day to look perfect, but in reality, what's perfect at the end of it is that you guys are married.
Yeah. If
Like,
you're
it
getting
doesn't-
married for the wedding, then you shouldn't be getting married.
And if that
Sorry.
person is close enough to you to be in your wedding, then you shouldn't want to risk that friendship because of these things, because, you know, you're going to look back on this one day and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, like, I can't believe I even made a big deal about this because it doesn't even matter. Like, you know, whatever.
And it's not like her hair grew overnight. Like,
Right.
she knew that.
She knew how long
How long it was. Like,
she knew asking her to be in the wedding that this would be a potential
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, how hard is it to just, like, braid it?
Yeah.
Like, something. Anyway,
Yeah.
continue.
Did you find it?
Okay, so I think that was basically where it ended, but there were edits at the bottom, like updates at the bottom.
Okay.
So
Oh.
basically, at the end of it, she suggested she do her own hair, but she was like, "This is my wedding. Like, I don't want you doing your own hair for my wedding." Basically, is how we ended that. And there's like 3. Hang on. Yeah, there's like 3 edits. Okay. Edit number 1. Okay. I realize I'm an asshole.
Yeah, you are.
You are.
I'm going to call Addie later and apologize for later. Did I say that funny?
Later.
Later.
Anyhow. And apologize for asking her to cut her hair, but ask her if she would prefer to just be a guest, as I would like to have my bridesmaids all look the same.
I don't understand.
Why does she want them to all look the exact same?
Well, she's gonna be one less friend too. She probably won't even attend.
I mean, like, I'll even say this about your wedding, right? Like,
Okay.
having gone through mine and then being in yours
Yeah.
and facilitating it, I don't understand the hype on that. Every single one of my girls had a different dress.
I love that. I love
like,
that.
same color, different. Nowadays,
different
it's popular
style.
to have different color dresses.
Yeah.
I think that that's like what makes the bridesmaids special, is to like see their personality come out in something that they're wanting to celebrate you. You're not a robot.
Yeah.
Like,
And like these people are also still like standing up in front of people, like they need to feel good, like in a dress that
prefer
suits.
to be a guest. Like, that's like literally, like, just because you are making that comment, she's not in the wedding. You have to
Yeah.
realize that the moment that you were deciding to ask
Yeah.
her that,
Yeah.
she's not in the wedding,
Yeah.
because she's gonna be like, yeah, F this, I'm out.
Yeah.
I would be too.
Because
Or
you're
even at
literally
the wedding.
asking
She's not
me,
going to the wedding anymore.
right?
We're
She's
not-
not
You're
gonna
literally
be in her
asking
life.
me to change my culture or do something that goes against my culture.
Yeah.
Or like suck it up and, you know, go over all these things that's not me, and then not go to the wedding or not be in the wedding. Like, you're my friend. Or what if it's a situation where the groomsman is in the wedding and the only reason why he's like the best man is because she's, you know what I'm saying?
I guess, but then like I don't know, if you don't respect And he takes the other sock. If you don't respect their culture, even it's the best man's culture too. So if you're not respecting both of them, like talking to Addie at this point, like, girl, get a new friend.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Yeah.
Now I will say for the bride, this isn't a showcase for their culture. I understand that.
Right,
It's
but-
not a showcase for that. But at the same time, like, what
It's one day.
kind of stick do you have up your ass to want every single girl to look the exact same? Because I can tell you
weird.
right now, my square ass face ain't gonna be looking good with an updo unless I got some hair hanging down, okay? So Addie might look good with her hair all the way up, but you gotta realize that there's a lot of hair there. What I'm saying is not everybody looks good in all of those ways. If you want everybody to look good, then let them buy a dress that flatters them. Let them do a hairstyle that flatters them. Or general, I don't care what you do with it as long as it's all like mostly up.
Let me tell you what happened with mine. So I was like, honestly, let's just have all the girls' hair down, curled, easy, whatever. Okay, so I have one girl in my party that her hair does not curl. It just doesn't.
It literally
And-
falls.
Yeah, it's just, and so Alex did all the girls' hair. Bless you.
I
Yeah.
did.
But it was just curled.
And then I was like
so-
looking at my hair. I was like, wow, my hair looks really good. What did I do? I literally curled it in 2.5 seconds.
So what we figured out was, I think we just did a half up for her and kind of just gave her some like body, but it wasn't curled. But guess what? It doesn't matter. Like, I was like, perfect. If that's what your hair needs to do to just give it some, something that, so it's just not like,
I know I
You know?
will say in the beginning you were very like, I want it to look a certain way. But as we like started getting closer, you were like, I don't care.
yeah,
I don't care. But like you weren't like that.
No.
You weren't like, oh yeah, they have to look the exact same. And if she can't curl her hair, if she can't figure
You're
out
out.
like what
Yeah.
what would this bride do about the hair that falls?
Right. Like that. I do
Would you
her
rather
hair.
just be a
I know.
guest?
Right. Oh God, no.
Would you rather just
God,
be a
no.
guest?
No. Like what?
That's so mean. That is so mean. But then again, benefit of the doubt for the bride. Maybe this girl is only in the wedding because her husband's best man.
Either way, I mean, that's not
Yeah.
an excuse.
It's
No,
not nice
it's still
either way.
rude.
Because like this girl just seems like, she did make a comment about how, financially stable they were.
Good for you.
Cool. That's great. You think that you can be a bitch just because you can pay for everything? No.
Yeah.
You're going to lose friends. You're going to lose friends. I can already tell you right now.
Yeah.
So, like, advice to future brides, don't make the mistake that I did and put people that you truly, like, had Lexi came in my life just a little bit sooner. I said this last week too.
I know, like,
Or
God.
not last week, but like had this happened a little bit sooner, like Lexi would have been standing in my wedding party next to Courtney probably.
I'll just like stick. We can just like
Photoshop.
We'll just stick me in there.
That's the best idea. I actually have one of the dresses still.
Oh my god.
One of the bridesmaid
God.
dresses. Let's do it.
I'm dead.
Let's do it. Anyway. Okay, second story. Do you have one?
Wait, there was more edits.
Oh.
Are they juicy?
I don't know. Okay, I haven't I skimmed through all of that when I chose this one and the first edit, but not past that. So
Read the last one.
the last one keeps talking about the oil.
No. Rosemary oil is good for your hair.
Yeah.
It's good for
Yeah.
you.
But also, like, you're doing this for the sake of pictures. Nobody's smelling something through a picture.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this girl.
Why was she in the wedding to begin with if
Okay.
everything she did pissed
Okay.
you off so bad?
Yeah.
Reading edit number 3. I'll just read it so you guys.
Okay.
But you guys were kind of right. Okay. I have spoken with Addie. I have apologized for asking her to cut her hair. I have offered to take her and her husband out to dinner next week as a way to apologize for my lack of judgment. I have asked Addie if she was still open to doing her own hair. If not, I would pay the extra money.
Oh, so
Addie-
you just made a big deal about nothing
Right.
and made yourself look like an asshole.
Yeah. Addie said she would prefer to do her own hair, and we have agreed to do some hair trials next weekend to see if we can find a style that suits her. Addie has advised I would not be in that wedding if that were me,
Yeah.
first of all. I'd
Addie,
just be
you're
like,
really nice.
no. Still upset that I asked. Oh, Addie has
Yeah, Addie has advice.
advised that her husband is still upset that I asked her to cut her hair, and
Fair.
he felt as if I was being pushy, but she
Like
said
a push or like the bride was being pushy.
yes,
Yeah.
but she said he would calm down in time. So the husband's still kind of mad.
Yeah.
I would be.
Rightfully so.
But Addie and the other girl are going for lunch in the next week so they can get to know each other better, and her husband adores her as she's a lovely person, and I should get to know her as they are a big part of my fiance's life.
So you were right.
Yeah.
You were right.
I'm sorry. I'm
Get
sorry.
to know her better.
Every
Are you kidding
man,
me?
or okay, I'm just saying, if you're in a wedding and you're single, then yeah, you obviously don't have a woman. Just because they're married does not mean that she has to be in the wedding. Like, sorry.
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
That's like literally like you saying that the men that you had on the other side had to be, their significant other had to be in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it conveniently worked out that I'm your best friend and then Chance is Chase's brother. You know what I'm saying?
Did you guys know that? Oh my god.
Oh my God, I can't believe that. We didn't know. Anyway, okay, continue.
That was it for that one. Okay, hang on. I have another one, but I'm like, meh, I don't know if I really like it. Or we could just find a random one.
Sometimes those get like kind of scary.
Kind of scary.
But we obviously are really good at talking about them, so just read the one that you're like, eh.
It's another hair one.
Okay.
I think it's another wedding one.
Oh.
That's why I'm like, meh. But we can find another hair one that's like...
Am I the asshole hair? That's what you Google.
Yeah.
Or Reddit search.
So she was the asshole.
Yeah.
Yes.
Verdict is in. She was.
Yes.
Dude.
Wait. The first one that popped up. Am I the asshole for straightening my daughter's hair without my wife's permission?
What? There was one time I went to my dad's and I was straightening my hair. Y'all have seen my hair curly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen it?
I haven't in person, no.
Okay. Well,
But I know what it looks like.
it's
The
super
fact that
curly.
you asked me that.
Well, I knew that it was questionable. Anyway, it's really curly, and then also like back in, early 2009, I straightened it every single day because that was the thing that you had to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to my dad's for the summer, and he told me I wasn't allowed to straighten my hair.
Oh, man.
And I mean, it's not like he had done anything to like be able to say,
Yeah.
don't do this for the sake of your hair. He
Well-
didn't know. He didn't know.
If you want to do that, do it. Like, no, ma'am. Or no, sir.
Why would I walk around with a literal halo of fuzz
Yeah.
around my hairline?
Especially
why
like
would I do that?
you're probably in puberty and
Yeah.
it was like,
Yeah. I told my mom, and she was like, Alex, keep straightening your hair.
yeah, do what you want to do.
You don't even live there. Anyway.
Hang on, I'm trying to find one.
So, no, sir, you are not the asshole.
This one is, am I the asshole for telling my sister we won't be coming to Thanksgiving since she can't get her kids' lice under control?
Does this girl have kids?
Advice need.
Okay, but nobody should be around lice.
Hold on. Let me see. I'll find one.
Yes, find one. Please take the stress away from
I don't care
me.
if an adult has lice or a kid has lice. I don't want lice.
When I was in school, there was like this group of people that was coming in that potentially mine, they were young. Mine maybe had lice. And I was like, I had tears. I was like, I'm going to cry. And
Oh my god.
the front desk lady, she's like, no.
Did
But
they?
I was, no, they didn't. And I checked. But literally
on
for like 2
wood,
months
we
after
haven't
that,
done
Okay.
every single person I saw, I was like, they got lice.
Checking.
Like, they definitely have it. I was so paranoid.
Okay. I heard this story and it's kind of morbid. So, I'm sorry. But it was on TikTok. And this couple went to Mexico. I guess they were with a group or something. I don't know the whole context. But they went and they were eating at this restaurant. They were about to leave the next day. And the girl went to the bathroom. She never came back.
In Mexico?
Yes. She never came back from the bathroom.
Were they from here? Where were they from?
U.S. Anyway, so they were looking everywhere for her, couldn't find her. They had to leave the next day, and I guess they left. And at the border, the boyfriend saw her in this SUV, and he stopped the border patrol and was like, "That's my girlfriend. We've been looking everywhere for her." And she wasn't moving. She just was like just in the window. You could just see her just sitting there, and he was like, I definitely think that's her, but like she's not. Like he was like screaming at her, like, trying to get her attention. She wouldn't move. So the border patrol stopped the SUV, searched it, and they got her out, and she was not alive, and she was stuffed with drugs.
What?
Yeah.
When was this?
This just like
I just saw it on TikTok. That's all I know.
I could. Oh my god!
But it was just like this story that like popped up. Yeah. Yeah. I was like,
That just makes me want to cry.
Yeah.
Oh my god! That is not where I was expecting.
they
that
just
to go.
Yeah.
Ah,
That was it. But
That's
that just,
crazy.
yeah.
Wow.
Thought you should know that.
That's insane.
I know. That's so sad.
Did I show you guys that TikTok video? I showed it to somebody.
This is the top one right now.
Okay.
Okay. So there's probably no updates on it, but it was posted 22 hours ago.
Oh, very fresh.
So I just basically went to the Am I the Asshole page on Reddit and then
perfect.
hit like top. Am I the asshole for telling my 17-year-old stepson and his mother that he can't ride for 14 hours in my car unless he takes a shower? That's right.
I already have my answer.
It's been 3 weeks since he was bathed and washed his hair. He only brushes his teeth once a week and does not wear deodorant. We are planning a trip to Utah and it's 14 hours. Absolutely no way in hell I'm going to smell a teenage boy that's 3 weeks past ripe the entire time. He's a good kid, but his mother says that it makes him have his own individuality and express himself. What?
Yeah,
the
until
fuck?
you get sores on you because of your unhygienic self.
What?
That's
Literally.
nasty.
Ew.
Somebody
Yeah.
said, what the F is wrong with your wife? She thinks unhealthy hygiene is individuality. So when his teeth rot and he can't get a partner or a job, he can confront himself by reflecting on his individuality.
Yeah, what?
Not an asshole. That's just nasty.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I agree.
What?
When it gets to the point where it's 3 weeks and your hair probably looks wet or it's dripping with grease
Yeah.
and your teeth look brown and have nastiness all up.
Yeah, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. I can't.
No.
I don't think that she's an asshole at all.
No, not at
No.
all. Because I probably would vomit on the way there.
Yeah,
if I
but
smelled
I
that.
think also, like, kudos to that lady for saying something, though.
Yeah.
Because, like, had she not said anything, like, she...
And just said you can't go.
Or let him go and all of them would have been miserable the whole time.
Oh God, I can't.
The
with
thing
that.
is like, that's not individuality. That is a problem.
Mhm.
Like, you don't want to take...
you also have to teach your son because,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
your son's a teenager. His hormones are crazy. They're gonna stink anyways.
Yep.
You have to teach him that you have to bathe.
Sorry, that just sounds funny to hear.
It
because, like,
does, but like,
duh.
okay, I get a couple days.
Yeah.
If
But-
you only bathe once a week, whatever. I mean,
Mm.
it's better than 3 weeks.
Yeah.
If he
but,
wants his own individuality, or she wants to express it,
But,
you have
okay.
to. There's a line.
But what about that makes that person an individual?
Self-efficient. I don't know.
No, I mean, people are going to be talking about him.
Yeah, when you get fired from a job, you smell so bad.
Yeah.
Nasty.
I have this last one.
Okay, and then yeah, we'll probably do our
Wrap it up.
hyperfixations.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
think about that.
Yeah. Am I the asshole for telling my mother-in-law she was dead to me after she showed up in labor and delivery without my mother? For the past 3 months, it's been a very well-known plan that when I, 30 female, went into labor, my husband was going to drive me to the hospital and my mother-in-law was going to pick up my mother, my kids, and my grandmother all from one house. Jesus, why you need somebody in there looking at your
Holy
coochie?
Yeah. Woo.
Yeah, that's scary.
It's a lot.
Both my mother-in-law and my mom were supposed to be in the delivery room. My gram has to watch my 2 kids in the waiting room. Everyone was in agreement with the plan. Now my husband and I have 2 sons already, and for both births, my mother was present. She helped me through so much of the mental anguish and panic, especially after my last, whom literally almost killed me. I was bleeding out on the table, and my mom was the only one able to keep me calm. I needed her to be with me with this baby too, mentally. So we worked this plan out months in advance, and everyone was on the same page. However, I go into labor. We make the phone calls to my mother-in-law and my mom, telling my mom to be ready and my mother-in-law to go get my mom. An hour and 15 minutes later, my mother-in-law shows up at the hospital without without my mom, my kids, or my grandmother. She said, well, it's late and we just need to let everyone sleep. It was 9:30 p.m. Then she sat her ass down on the chair in the delivery room and jumped on her phone. I told her in a pissed off tone to go get my mom because that was the plan. I needed my mom, etc., and she just wouldn't. At one point, saying that she didn't feel up to driving that much. My mom lives 20 minutes from her house, an hour away. So I told her to get the F out of the room and that she was dead to me. The amount of resentment and disgust I felt towards her in this moment is honestly not something I will overcome anytime soon. She was pissed, saying that my mom got to experience 2 births. She was pissed. She, as in mother-in-law, was pissed, as saying that my mom got to experience 2 births already and how she didn't do anything wrong and she was just being respectful of people's sleep. And where she wasn't leaving, when she wasn't leaving, she actually got escorted out. Now my mom was able to make it to the hospital literally just as I was giving birth. My kids and my grandmother weren't able to make it, which bothers me a great deal. We promised our kids that they would be the first to meet their sister outside of us and Grammy. I could not forgive my mother-in-law at all for this. I honestly feel like I hate her with every fiber of my being. I'm being told I'm taking this too far and that it wasn't that big of a deal. Am I the asshole? Who's telling you that you took it too far?
Okay, so I haven't given birth, but I love my plans. And I'm just thinking of this, like, if, you know, when this happens, like, obviously you can't have a set plan on, like, labor, I feel like, because you just never know. I mean, you can have plans, but
that was my initial thought when reading the beginning of it.
You just never know.
Yeah.
But in that instant, if I have, like, a set, like, I want certain people there, and somebody deliberately doesn't do that because sleep? No. Like, I'm sorry, I'm going to be pissed.
She made it apparent that, like, in the moment, she said it was because she didn't want to disturb their sleep. But at the end, she said she got that the mom got to experience 2 births already and how she didn't do anything wrong.
Like, I don't care about the reason, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It was a plan, and unless they were in a car accident, and, like, unless something literally prohibited them from coming, that was the plan.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I'm
agree.
sure the mom wanted to be there too.
Yeah.
Like, she didn't want to sleep, I'm sure.
Right.
Was she even asleep?
Probably
it was
not.
9:30.
But also, okay, I have a couple of questions. Number 1, why is the mother-in-law the first that is communicating with people? Like, why is it that it's the mother-in-law's responsibility to communicate?
And where's her son? We didn't hear about him.
Right. So, like, why can't the son text the mom?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
like, it is a little weird.
I feel like that was like a recipe for disaster to give the mother-in-law like that responsibility. I mean, obviously, this probably isn't the first thing that she's had a problem with her. You know what I'm saying? So, like, why was she given that responsibility? And also, does the wife not have a phone? Can she not text her mom and say, "Hey, mom, mother-in-law forgot to pick you up. Get your ass here."
Yeah.
Like,
that's weird. Yeah, that is a little odd.
Second thing, having given birth twice, my biggest piece of advice is only have it you and your husband in there, or you and your partner, or you and whoever. Like,
you didn't have a choice the first time, though.
I didn't have a choice the first time, but I knew going into it the second time that I only wanted it to be me and Chance.
Yeah.
Now, I think I probably would have had my mom in there with Boston if I was given the opportunity to. But, like, thinking back to, like, how I had it with both of them, like, I just wouldn't, I don't know. I feel like it's a very vulnerable thing and it's a special moment, and, like, get some pictures, but, like, it's, like, something that, like, that's, like, part of, like, this sacred bond that you have with your husband, and, like, you're just, like, letting, you know, you're just letting somebody come in there, and, like, I've never heard of a pleasant experience happening from that. I mean, like,
you get too many people in there and it becomes dramatic and, like, drama, because it's not about the mom and the baby at that point.
And it's an attack on the person.
It's about who can hold the baby first.
Yeah, it's an attack on the person that you're telling no.
Right. And it's like
if I had my mom not just assumed that I wanted to be myself and I told her no, it would have felt like an attack on her. She would have felt like it was an attack on her. That's not, no.
But it's not about anybody but the mom and the baby, because you're going through, like, the craziest thing you'll ever.
And you also are navigating a whole new level of your relationship.
Yeah.
When it's your first, you're navigating a whole new level of your relationship, and you can't do that when 52 people are holding the kid. Yeah. When you were in the hospital, it is like, I think they call it like the newborn, like, hospital bliss or something like that. That baby sleeps more than it ever will for the next 3 months.
And you say, "Oh, it's such a good baby."
It's such a good baby. She's so good. He's so good. Whatever. No, it's because they just, like, literally went through a lot of things to get into this world, and it was exhausting. So they're sleeping, and
so you need sleep.
Yeah, and you're trying to, like, navigate, you know, not freaking out by the way that they're sounding, and then also, like, watching your partner change a diaper for the first time. Like, there's so many things going on that you don't have the opportunity to breathe. So Chance and I did not have anybody in there with us in both deliveries other than my doula the second time.
Right.
And honestly, had I not had her, wouldn't have been able to do it. But that's what she's there for. Yeah. And then when we got home, you know, we didn't have, like, we had people over, like, the night, but, like, we didn't have people spending the night like my mom did with Boston. But, like, we didn't have anybody spending the night. Like, we didn't have anybody over there for a week at a time. We didn't have, not because we, like, didn't have it available. It's just, like, I mean, the second go around, we felt like we had it pretty well taken care of, but it's just like navigating that new dynamic. Like, I mean, and I understand not everybody has a relationship like mine. Like, not everybody their relationship is like on the level that like I'm saying mine is, and that's why we made the decision to make it that way. But like, it's just like sacred, and like you don't get that back. You do not get that experience back. So who's to say it's going to be a good one?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, you
The
know,
more people, the more
problems.
chaos,
Yeah,
the more drama.
people, more problems. Like, I know of one person, and I think that this just goes with the energy of who she is. She had her mom in there and her mother-in-law, and her mother-in-law knows her place. And I think that is, she literally sat in the corner and took pictures from the corner, not because she was pouting, but because she literally said, I wanted to give her time and her space.
That's awesome.
Like, respect, mad respect.
Yeah.
And so like mad respect for both of them, because the mom put the boundaries in place, but then the mother-in-law knew her place.
Yeah.
So, you know,
And obviously, every relationship with your mom, your mother-in-law, or just anything, it's all going to be different for everybody.
Yeah.
So just do what makes you feel good. And if you have somebody that's pregnant in your life and they tell you they want it a certain way, just don't get your feelings hurt,
and also
just do it.
Don't make yourself feel like, you know, you have to have somebody in there, or you have to, like, it's like a right to have your mom in there. Like, you don't.
I don't think
Like,
about
sitting
it
here
right now.
talking about weddings that we've already been through and kids, and then like Kennedy sitting here, we're like, I'm just waiting for either. Like, come on. But we are gonna do our hyperfixations now.
Oh yeah.
And Kennedy, you go first.
Is this like anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
well,
literally anything.
I mean, the first thing that comes to my mind is I do this really bad with food.
Yeah.
Like, always. I have a snack that I'm eating every single day.
Your burritos.
Like, you know, the Amy's burritos, if you know, those are good. Anyways, that could be one of them. And then, but I eat 2 or 3 pieces of straight up just buttered toast every single morning. It's my favorite meal of the day. I freaking love it. I think
Have you done that for forever?
I have done it, I know, for a solid year.
That's
So that's
awesome.
a really long one for me, because usually it doesn't. Back in the summertime, this is so bad, and I feel like you're gonna be like, you scare me. Anyways, every night before I would go to sleep, I would eat Sour Punch Bites.
Like a whole package?
No, just
Okay.
a good amount.
Okay.
No,
Hey,
not a
no
whole
No
judgment.
judgment there.
You gotta
Everything
eat what
in
makes you feel
moderation.
good
So,
in moderation.
Yeah. Tacos, burritos, Sour Punch, buttered freaking toast.
Yes,
Yeah.
and don't feel guilty about it.
The way that
Yeah.
you're so passionate about some butter toast.
I
love
love
it.
my buttered toast. It's so good.
Yeah, I do
Oh,
miss bread.
sorry.
It's okay.
No,
Sorry,
no,
guys.
honestly, I don't miss it as much as I thought.
Yeah.
But like sometimes, yeah, like having like some buttered toast.
Yeah.
Chase he mixed sugar and cinnamon and put that on there like 2 nights ago.
Oh.
Yeah. That was the like staple meal at my house.
Same. We had that a lot.
Yeah.
Cinnamon toast.
Yeah.
Okay,
Lexi.
mine's a show,
Okay.
Selling Sunset.
Yeah.
I did finish it though, unfortunately. So now I have to wait for the next season. But I finished 7 seasons since the day after Thanksgiving.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I did. And it's really good. It's like the Kardashians, but like realtors. And yeah, you should watch it. It's very drama.
I
but
want to watch it.
it's good. I
hearing
love
you
it.
Talk about it.
I have like 52 things that are my hyperfixations right now, but we have to mention, because we haven't yet. Lexi bought me tickets for my birthday to see Russell Dickerson, and we're going, and I'm so excited. And Tuesday, literally. So, best friend award goes to her. My thing right now is, I watched that Love Has Won about the mother god or whatever, like how they say like she's like mother god. It's literally so culty, but it literally is the definition of a cult. Crazy. I just had to watch it to see what all the hype was about, not to like, you know, whatever. It was kind of weird. And then I guess I'm like trying to think of like, what am I obsessed with drinking right now, or eating, or, you know, like what am I obsessed with, whatever. I think I'm not.
That's okay.
I think hyperfixations are a thing for ADHD people, because they're ADHD, and that's why they get hyperfixed on these things until they literally vomit. And when I don't have enough time, like I don't have time to like, actually, Amex points. That's what I'm hyperfixated about.
Amex point.
Yeah,
Literally.
that's true.
I'm like trying to find every opportunity for us to get more points on Amex. So
Oh, my next one though is the Squid Games, the challenge. I don't know if you saw my thread, but I posted on there that I want to do that cookie challenge. And I looked, and I think you can buy it on Amazon. but I forgot what it's actually called. But you like, it's like this like Korean sugar cookie thing. Have you seen Squid Games?
I've seen Squid Games, yeah.
So yeah, it's the challenge where it's outlined like a triangle or a circle or an umbrella, and you have to like take it out without it breaking.
Cool.
But I'm watching the Squid Games The Challenge. You need to watch it. It's
Like a TV show.
yeah, like I could go on there and do it. It's
But do you get shot?
no, you don't die. I mean, you like die in the game, but like you don't
I mean,
die.
okay, because that's...
You win $4-something million.
Oh,
if
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when
like
you
a real
lose, you just lose.
prize.
You just leave. You don't die. It's not like the actual show.
Boom. Okay, just kidding. Go out the back.
But they have like stuff in, like strapped on you, so it looks like it's like ink, and it's like, and that means you're dead. You're eliminated.
Eliminated, yeah.
Anyways.
Anyway. Okay, well, it's... what?
Okay. Update. Well, we are wearing our merch.
Oh, yeah, we're wearing the salon merch.
So,
You can't see it, but
that's cool.
Check out our
Yeah.
salon page.
I don't have
Merch.
mine on, but I will speak for how amazing they feel.
Yeah, they're
I
really
love
high
them.
quality.
Good.
They're really high
Very
quality.
high quality.
Lexi's
cute.
shirt says, "Your energy is your greatest currency."
And then
yes,
Amber
ma'am.
and Sage Hair Co.
And then mine says, "In my Amber and Sage Hair Co. era." I'll show it off. Oh yeah, looks good.
So cute. Love
Well,
it.
We have some interviews today, so we're gonna go do that, and then Kennedy's gonna just keep being her cute self.
Yeah.
So anyway, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button and like it and post notifications.
Comment
all the things.
things.
You know what to do. Anyway, all right.
Bye.
We'll see you later.
Bye.